Hello and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. In our last episode, we expanded our experimentation with Saturn builds to include one that features a pair of cauldrons. And that started working, but it also started causing problems. And a couple of you had mentioned in the comments that the reason for that is because or that I would need to do filters on the outputs. So I have, and the reason for that isn't what I thought it was. I was thinking that, hey, if you don't provide everything to one of these things, that they will just stop working. But what actually happens is, if you don't provide enough of a thing to them, then they will fill that slot with another thing. So you end up with, instead of, in this case, it was like ABC, you end up with AAC, and then the whole thing starts producing something else. In this case, the day has ended. Let's see, how much money did we make today? Not a lot, because we didn't have any quests to turn in today, I don't think. Still enough, but, oh no, we did turn in a quest. But if you produce, if you do what was just happening, then instead of producing clay, we produce quicklime, which is useless to me. So I don't want to do that. This one is filling up nicely. I think it should be safer now. This one, though, is hopefully will be safe as well. So I retrofit in a couple of clay thingies here, but it is backed up now because well, the Saturn's... Wait, why is it backed up? Salt. Oh, there's clay there? Is there clay there? Something there. It was clay. Somehow I got clay on my salt belt. Actually, I know how I got clay on my salt belt. There we go. Fixed that. Because when I was fiddling with this retrofit, that happened. So I have these little output belts here on both of them where I can see what happens. I think those should just get run into a trash can so that they can vent out, but I don't want to just do that because it'll just dump everything out and I won't know that it's broken, and it'll just keep venting stuff unnecessarily. So I don't like that idea either. I hope that they fix... Oh, these aren't even good. What is going on with the flax stuff down here? It's cooking, just not cooking well. This one did just get built, so it might be trying to catch up here. And it might end up being that I need to actually let the cauldrons get kind of backed up a bit first before before I let it proceed, kind of. Before I let it continue outputting the item, so that way they're basically full before I let them start. I think that would help out quite immensely as well. So maybe I should do that, but I'll just keep an eye on these and we'll see what happens. But I have this this waste belt here if they produce the wrong things and the filter is triggered improperly. So that fixes it, and thank you all for pointing it out to me. Even though I didn't get it at first, now I do, and I understand perfectly. Oh, this one did it again. Why? Oops, I did the wrong one. That's okay. Why are you falling short in the flax fiber department, or linen thread department? I could have sworn it was the right amount. I guess I go back to the production planner and verify. One processor should be enough for both cauldrons, but it's really only 1.19 cauldrons. So what's happening is, I bet that we are not, we need to let it back up. So, yeah, we need to let it back up. So I think, well, how should I let it back up then? Because it's, maybe I should go get some linen thread. Yeah, let's go get some linen thread and shove it in. Let's see what we have for linen thread. I don't even know what we have. I'm sure the people are shocked every time I do that and drop it on them like that, flying out of the sky here. This is linen thread. I don't have it in a box. We could boxify it pretty quickly here, and get a bunch of it kind of gamed up here. This isn't going all the way to linen thread, and this is too. So let's maybe do a bit of this here too. In the meantime, while that's kind of accumulating a bit, I did bring down manually 3 of the Saturns that we have made upstairs, because we don't have them connected to the thing yet. So I can't shoot them down. And we do need to clean that up, but I just haven't had time yet. No, I didn't want to do that. Bring those back out here. Put that back in there. You. No. There, yep. This one and that one, and then you. And you. There we go. Okay. So, and yesterday, I apologize for there being no episode. I had a bunch of stuff to do, and I didn't end up getting back home until we were already in the middle of game night. So I did that instead of recording. Okay, I needed to get the linen that I was collecting up. Yeah, linen thread. Okay, drop it in again. So let's see. Let's just take this up. Yeah, I didn't get a lot, but it should hopefully be enough. Oh, that was flax fiber. Oopsie. Let's redo that. Nope. The wrong thing here. Nope. There, and this, and that. Okay, well, it wasn't exactly what I was... It didn't get quite as much as I hoped, but maybe it'll be enough to precede these cauldrons enough that we won't have this kind of a problem anymore. That one seems fine. This one, though, not so much. Maybe I should... actually take this out, split it, put it back in there. I'm getting a bunch of flax that I don't want. Take this one out, split it, put a bunch of it back in there. Yeah, let's do that, and then I'll put the rest of it over here in these two. Let's see, split you, put you in there. Split you, put you in there. Up here. Pop. Give you some of this flax. Flax. I can't really do anything with this quicklime, unfortunately. But that's alright. So hopefully that will resolve this buffer issue. But now I know that when I go to spin up a cauldron build, to not connect the output unless I can shove in enough of the inputs to make it not matter much. I did set myself up a little trash can here because of all this extra flax, those extra herbs we had when we were experimenting with the cauldron, and this quicklime can just go into the trash can and just disappear. I'm fine with that. It'll be fine. Let's see. Ooh. Saturn. Here you go. Got one in my pocket. So we did that. I think now we could do two things, and we should probably do them both, but I think we need to do one of them first, and that is to redo the store so that we can bring things down from the upper floors into the store more easily. One of the major suggestions that I got that I like a lot is to use the shelves. Those are down here on the walls here as intermediaries, and I want to put it up here where I can see it, and then we can put them down there later. But what I want to do here... Oh, crazy idea time. Let's see here. Number 7. Can we put things on the windowsills? We can. Interesting. I don't know if I want to do that, but we could do that. But what I want to do here is put down like 2 of these like this, and then do cannons like this and like that, so that each cannon is connected to one of the catchers. This is pretty dense in that it only has 2 spaces left. As I chain these shelves across a row kind of thing, we could probably use the extra space to put more of these things on it. But what I want to do is start at the bottom, just above the door, and do a bunch of these shelves down there. And I think we'll do... Actually, let's just go down there and see how this looks. I think we'll do them... I guess we can't go that low. I guess we'll do them here. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. How did I want to space this store out going forward? I want to go... No, I don't want to go wider than that, I don't think. I think 3 is probably wide enough. So let's just start. Let's see. Where do we start at? Start right there. Let's start here. I'm going to leave that space there on that end for the coin elevator. And then we'll just do this. Please, thank you. And we'll just put in a bunch of these. And as we need to do... bring things down to the store. except that that one is just too off by that much because of the elevator. Do I change the elevator then to get that space back? I could. We could just move the elevator out by 2 here and elevate from here. It doesn't like that because I don't have enough rope. Rope a dope. Here. If I move the elevator out by 2, then I can use the shelves fully, and that might just be useful just to have the extra shelves. So let's take this out. Take that out. Good thing this is coin. I can easily, you know, pocket it. You go there. So then all of these got to get moved, unfortunately. Oh, actually, let's do a B. And a T. And black powder is really good. You're right. There. And then one of these can go down here then. All right, there we go. Okay, we go not here, but in the on the next floor. But this is at this floor. Not that I really cared that much, because this floor is not going to stay here, probably, hopefully, long term. But we'll put in that build that we just did. Wait, where did I do that? Up there? Up there. We'll put that build in so that we can do as many of these as possible. I'm starting at the lowest level possible to bring the lowest level things down. And then as we go up ad infinitum, then these will have to come up again. We may end up having to have partial walls to bounce it off of one wall, then the other wall, then the other wall as we go. We'll see how that plays out, but for now, at least this will be all right. Oh, that took out the other one too. Right, of course. Let's do a T here and this here. Then I think I can just do this. I think. And it should just work, because those floors should be the same height, right? TM. Hello. No, it's 1 too high, also it's not right. All right, that's fine. Let's see here. You go there. That's right, and then this comes up to here, and then this will just go like that to continue. It's going to take it a while. Actually, I think it's already moving. It's already moving. It's going to take it a little bit to get up here, though, but that's fine. And then we're still making Saturns. We still have Saturns in a box. We still have the cannon ready to go. I think we can try to target this cannon to a spot over there, but we might already be out of range capacity things here. Maybe not. Let's go down here. If I did this one over here, for example, I should have blueprinted that, and I didn't. Oopsie. You here, and also taking the one down. You go there, and you go here. Can I target that from up there now? It might be out of range. It might be too far. It's definitely too something-y. So we might already be without range for this high. So we might actually have to build this up again. Given sort of that angle and where it kind of falls off there, I think this is going to have to be above the windows there, which is fine. We can do that. It would just have to be... You're not going to let me target there. It would just have to be like, well, if we wanted to maybe plan for another one up here, it does not like, this must be basically how people are able to cheese in those stairs, but there, maybe we just do there. Maybe we just do there. People use these to make cheese stairs that are a little bit more condensed. I think we looked at that briefly, and I ruled it out because I didn't really care for it. But that. And if we don't use all of those, then we can, you know, make it whatever. Like, we can get rid of them, but at least want to, in theory, try here. You, and you, and T that because we don't need it again. We can walk on this even, so that's kind of nice. I should probably at least try to factor in the size of them to find the right position like this. And then whatever ones we're not using, we could just delete later. Do a few of them like that. I don't need them all, at least not right now. And that way we can at least get the Saturns down here. But we can also use this to do more later. So yeah, these will target quite a lot. That's too far. Let's go all the way to... Let's go all the way to there. And then jump down here. And you're going to this one. Because you can see the arrow there. So then this goes to invalid angle. Dang it. Yeah, we definitely need to improve this a bit. The store. Because I could just put it out there and then it would probably be fine. Wasn't the right one anyways, but you get the idea. Let's see, up one more. This gives me more pause for concern about... Still don't like the angle. Is it too shallow of an angle? What is it too much of an angle of? Is it that it needs to be over there? Now, I think it's too short of an angle, so I think we're too high up still. That's unfortunate, because even these... Well, those are fine. It doesn't like the shelf up above, or the floor up above, but it does like those okay. It likes those out there okay, too. Oh, okay. We can go over there. This is going to be kind of a hassle with the store stuff. I may end up getting mad at it and just elevating everything down, but I really don't want to do that. Alright, so we'll sell Saturns over there now. That'll be better. We'll take this one out because we don't need it anymore. We shut off the build over here. It should be shut off anyway. You? Yeah. That's you. Yeah, you're shut off something. I don't know what we're missing. We're short on here. But we'll have to clean that up, which is going to be kind of a nightmare. Clean up. The other thing we need to do for this new Saturn build up here is to deal with the refined salt. And I think what I should do with it is take it from here and here and put it into our pillar of diamonds design that we did here. I think it can almost be, actually it could probably be almost, yeah, exactly copied or almost exactly copied. I don't remember if I was bringing in, I think I'm bringing in refined salt here, or am I bringing in shards here? I'm bringing in shards here. So we need to do, we already have this one. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that can be brought down from there. So 6 refiners. We could still use the pillar, though, because we have 7 here. So let's just take this idea and F it. We'll have to tweak it a bit. But for now, up one more, Willie. Up here. And let's put it in. Let's see, where do we bring this stuff in? At the top? Yeah, that might not be the best solution, but I guess it's fine. Something like that, maybe. It goes in there. And there. We have coming into this, or coming out of this, rather. Oh, this is backed up, too. That's not good. 20, 40, and then 10 each of these, so 60 total refined sand 1, which means that one of these actually won't be enough. We'll have to have an additional one. So we'll need to do some refining first before they go up there, which I guess we can just do right here in line. Let's do this amount of small gears. Okay. Small gears. What else do I need? Planks? Yeah, I should get some planks. This. Almost used all the coin there. Large gears? Yeah, we should probably get some of those too. Stone, we're doing okay on, I think. Nails. Grab some nails. Rope we just got. We're okay with that, I think. Yeah, we're probably fine. And I have a bunch of copper here that I should dump into the box. Ready to go. Alrighty. So, let's go up. Up. And up. Okay, so one of these goes in here. This will be a red box now. Actually, should have always been. That. And this. This and that. Let's do one of these. So that means we can take one of these out. Because we're going to move it basically down here. And then also down here, wherever we put it. So that'll start refining this level of sand. I hope. Actually, no, I need to take 2 of these out. Because I only needed 6 to begin with. Yeah. I think it goes in there. I think. Someone pointed out this probably isn't the greatest of ideas to be doing this refined sand stuff like this, but well, it is what it is. This one I'll bring in like this. Yeah, I probably will have to take that out. You'll go in there. This one will go this way. Actually, I could have done this instead. I think this is going to go 1 too far, if my math is correct. Here and there. So I'm going to disconnect this one. This comes out. I don't want to put that in there. Let's put this in here. Like this. You'll go there. You'll go there. 20, 40. Actually, no. This should be that, like that. This one should get the bonus box. Yep. This one should have the bonus box. Otherwise, we'll never get through it. All the extra sand we find. Okay. You're doing that refinement level. You're doing this refinement level. You're doing that refinement level. I wish they would put the numbers on this. This is kind of annoying. You're doing another fully refined sand is here. So yeah, so I don't need this one. Because we'll get shards out from that one. This comes out. This comes out. And then this could come out and be brought down. Take this out, take that out. Take this out. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. Actually, all of that doesn't need to be here. This should be crude shards, which is what we want, I think, to come into this build. Because we were firing in... what comes out of the malachite, which is over here. Yeah. Which is crude shards. Okay. Verified. So those will just come down to that point. This should be another kind of intermediary cannon situation. I think. So this will go up here. I can put it here. Like this. Probably. That'll go up from here into there. Can I unload some more of the sand? Not by much. Give me one of these boxes. And make it red. And give you some more of this. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then can I target one of these things? Ooh, that one's good. Okay. Let's go with this one. Because it should be this one. And then this will go into that one right there. Be turned into diamonds. This could come out. Okay. Hop. So I can elevate these crude shards up here. Oopsie. And into there. And you can view the pews. Engage. There you go. Excellent. How about more of this? Almost there. Okay, so we have now a small amount of crude shards being made from all of this excess sand here. It's going to take this a while to parse through all of this, I think. All this backlog, but that's okay because we're also backed up pretty well on the Saturns themselves. And especially take this a fair while. But this will be fine because it's only getting 20 in here anyways. So it'll use what it can out of this and it'll be fine enough. Because there's not that much coming down. Let's go check these guys here to make sure they're still working. Yeah, they gummed up again. And it was because of... Maybe it was just here? Maybe I just didn't clean it out. That could be. Sounds like something I would do. There, and what about you over here? You gummed up too. Do you not have... Oh, you don't have the quick climb. Oh, okay, well that belt should be backed up, which would make your life a bit better, I think, because the belt's going to be outputting more than these are using. They're using 16.7 a minute, and the belt should be pumping 30 a minute into each of them. So that could also be helpful to make sure that the right things are going in at the right speeds. This is also backed up because this is full of quicklime here, but that's okay. It might be all right now. As long as this is producing sufficiently. Which it should be producing 20 a minute. As long as it's not gummed up and backed up or messed up like I did the first time. And so 20 a minute should mean that each one of these gets 10 a minute. This shouldn't need to produce 16.7 a minute. Because these ones only need 10. And that might be part of the problem too. Is just kind of the belts getting buffered up. So hopefully this works out okay, but I'll keep an eye on it. We'll get there eventually, I guess. Are they dwindling? Probably. But there's not a lot I can do about it. Okay, so the same kind of thing can be done for basically the entire factory now. We can hit catapults or cannons that are here. Actually, catapults might be helpful too. Maybe we should look at... Catapults are going to be tougher though, because they have to be positioned a certain way. If I were to do catapults, I would think I would have to actually do, instead of the shelves, actually do floor tiles, small ones, here, like this, in order to get catapults in. Which is unfortunate. But we need to tear down the entire store build at some point and shove in, or redo all of this. I'm just going to throw this away and throw that away. And I could probably throw the salt away too. Okay, we can handle that. You want salt. Look at that. Good thing I didn't throw the salt away. Linen over here. Nope, that's bandages. Linen over here. These, you only want 20. Let's put at least some of them back. And, actually, we can... No, we can't do. Salt, I have... No, I have that over here. bulk order is still out of order because we need to have the catalysts. I think we could probably just kind of do that now. Unstable catalysts and see if we can get them made. I don't think we'll get them made in time for that bulk order, but we need to get them made anyways. So I think we'll do a bit of a store teardown episode very soon. But at the moment, it's not really something that I want to do. We'll just have to cheese it in. I went down too far. Okay, so let's take another look at this unstable catalyst build. So they're made here. They need the chamomile powder, which we were providing from one... That's berries. Chamomile here. We got to powder it. We need to have 15 a minute chamomile powder. That is... one grinder. Because one grinder is 20 a minute. So one grinder here. I'll just go ahead and put it in. That way we know that it goes there. Like that. And that's one nursery because, we don't need that much. We also need 15 a minute gloom spores, which we have here. We need 30 gloom fungus. Oh, that's right. That's why I got... Yeah. That's why I got. And then we needed 30 soap powder. That's half of that build of soap powder. And the fruit wine is all of these and one of those, if I recall correctly. And then... it makes 15 a minute of that, and then we need the 30 gloom fungus. So two options for the gloom fungus. One is to fire the planks over and down here to feed into the Jupiter build. Two would be to build another or better Jupiter build, where we could take not just the planks from this advanced fertilizer where the fungus is coming in, but also any of the other ones. Like we could have dedicated ones for this, or whatever they are, whatever's using them over here. Was here. It was the gloom spores here, and then any supplemental wood to get them out to producing at least a full Jupiter, although possibly the Jupiters should be doubled because those are made once every 600 seconds. Here, nope, here, 600 seconds. Whereas these are 300 seconds, so we might want to produce extra Jupiters to get more output, get more available for sale. So we might want to double that build, which would be interesting. So we could potentially do that too, and definitely simplified in the process. And then we can also feed in logs, like I said, from over here as well. Or the other option that I have not done at all yet is... I was told that I can use dispatch portals, which I don't have a portal stone. So let me just grab one from here. Oh, I did have two in there already. Okay. And then dispatch portals here. Okay, so you have to purchase contracts. How do you get more contracts? Well, I don't know how... I don't know how you get more, though. Is there another screen where you can get more? Is it something in here? Could be... That's a price. Yeah, I'm not sure on that, but we don't have a contract here available for planks, so I can't do that with the planks, so I'm gonna have to deal with the planks by sending them over there or disposing of them. So we'll just do that. This is my stack of 5 for the fungus, but we do need to change these because I will have forgotten it again. So let's do the rotten logs here, 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 here. Okay. And so we can just kind of piece this together. You'll go directly into there. You get the logs. And then we also have, by the way, something else here. Sulfur powder. Right. And we're going to have a bunch of extra iron in obtaining the sulfur. Unless we do a cauldron recipe for the sulfur. I will be right back for that. Okay, and welcome back. Let's pull up the cauldron calculator here, and we want to get out of it some kind of sulfur. It looks like sulfur itself is our only choice here. You want gloom spores in to get sulfur out. I don't know that I want to do gloom spores if we can avoid it, just because that means more. Although that would mean potentially not just more gloom spores, but also more planks for more Jupiters. But let's exclude those just to start with. There. And probably don't want to do clay either, although we could chain it with that. So maybe we exclude clay and clay powder, although we can't really exclude those. Soap powder, steel gears. How much of this do we need again? I'm gonna just look. I'll leave this open. We're gonna need to have 15 sulfur powder, which is and I know I'm not showing you all this. Toggling back and forth is not, which means 15 sulfur. So we'd have to have 15 gears then coming in order to do this. With gears, maybe that's not the best solution. Coke powder, steel gears. I'd rather not do the steel gears. Let's exclude those two here. See what it comes up with. I'm not going to do refined sand, soap, salt, and vitality potion. Do we really want to use potions? Not sure on this. This is where this gets really kind of a pain. Actually, I need to go AFK again. I will be right back once again. And welcome back. The game has decided that it doesn't want to show itself to you all. There we go. And I paused it, by the way. So we're now making progress back there. But yeah, using vitality potions here doesn't sound great either. In fact, I think I might... Well, actually, maybe vitality potions are better than steel. Because vitality potions are red currents. This is way overbuilt now. If we put in better fertilizer than this. So we could do it, because it's basically just stone and red currents. And we already have red current here anyway for the same thing. For the fruit wine, we just pipe it in maybe instead of into making the sulfur. So maybe that's not so bad. Maybe we do that. So like soap and salt. We actually have surplus of soap powder anyway. Why don't we do that? That sounds just crazy enough to work. Let me turn this off so you all don't have to look at it anymore. This sounds just crazy enough to work, and I think I will do it. So we won't need to do this for our sulfur then, which is what I'm trying to accomplish, because I really didn't want to have to deal with farming out that farming out that iron over to there and trying to fix it to get it into some place over there. That is not that is a yeah, that I don't want to do that. So let's do this instead. We're gonna have to have let's see, you need yeast. You need 600 mils or 600 per minute of fruit wine. We're just gonna call that milliliters, by the way, per minute. We're also gonna then need to make a cauldron. I guess I should have left one of those furnaces here. A cauldron making but I don't know what the production speed is here. Maybe we should do the production planner again, like we did for the Saturn. Where is the cauldron at? I can never find things in this menu. I don't fully understand how it's organized. I guess I do, but It's kind of weird that some machines are in one spot and some machines are in another. Yeah, let's switch back into the website actually, and let's use the production planner. Soap powder, salt, and vitality potion being our chosen recipe. Let's go to the production planner here, and we want to make now. What are we making again? Unstable catalyst and one machine. So we can do. Let's see, number of devices 1, and that will give us. One assembler, which we knew about. Actually, let me go ahead and pause the game again, just so that time doesn't progress there. One of those. That means that we need to have one, not quite one grinder. Wait a minute, why is that? Oh, fertilizer. Growth potion and black powder for these things. A quarter of a nursery, 0.75 grinders, so we do 1 and 1 on that. Rotten log we're going to do still. Where's this sage coming from? It's weird. Weird. Oh, sage is here. It's just, this is the planks going into, wait, where the heck? Oh, they're just going off into the world. Okay, off into the world. Okay, good. I was like, where the heck is this overlap? Weird. But for the sulfur powder, instead of getting the sulfur this way, I want to get the sulfur from a cauldron. Soap powder as well. And I forgot what the other thing was already. Doesn't take me long. Salt and vitality potion. Salt, and vitality potion. Apply that. If we do that, we're already making soap. We need 30 here and 15 here, so that's perfect. It still gives us a surplus of soap powder. So this backwards and this backwards is in that build. We need 1 red currant nursery here plus 6 extractors for the blender to make yeast powder. We already have that built. This is good. This is good. This is... yeah, this is the soap here and here. The salt comes from a stone crusher. This stone, or the sand rather, here goes off into the world. We can put that into more of the whatchamacallit, the crude shards. If we refine it enough times, and we can fire it into the crude shard maker thingy. And then we just need to make quicklime powder. Put that in a blender with 2 nurseries, 12 extractors. Will that work? We need 1.74 cauldrons. I think that'll work out okay. So let's go with that option. I like that option better than dealing with the iron. It's probably not as necessarily as good, but I like doing this variety now that we have this variety to do. So we need to basically have double this and 3 of those. Yeah, we need 3 times this and 3 times that to make all of this red wine that we need. That'll go into a blender times 2, making vitality potion. So we'll do that here. And then I need to have 12 of these. Let's go with F, and I need more glass. Lots more glass. Glass. Not there. Over here's glass. You. There. Got it. And I'm leaving that error state catapult there, or cannon there, so that I remember that I need to clear that up. But I'll do that off camera, I think. Let's see. BR. We need 2 sets of these. This is going to be 2 separate belts of this. Why don't we do that maybe for these? And maybe this gets lined up behind that one. I need 2 more red currant seeds. Why don't I also just bring in, let's see here, portal. Actually, let me do blueprint, supply portals, build those. But change this one to be... red currant? Yeah. Any other seeds that I need here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. And then we need 2 more of these. Somehow. I think those could be in line, actually. Like something like this. Actually, right like that. And then this one... just be in line with those. With this coming out one side or the other, doesn't really matter. This coming out there. And then into this goes a belt of soap powder. The soap powder also goes into the cauldron, which is fine. And then also this goes into the cauldron. These go into there with the fungus from that. And then these go into the cauldron, you, and we're bringing fertilizer into here, so we could swap this out with a differently shaped one and just bring it up to this too, with the 2 output one, that is. Okay, so I think, let's see, the cauldron's got to go into there. This goes into there. It needs the fungus and the this. Why don't we move? Yeah, let's swap this a bit. You'll go over here. Actually, T that. You'll go over here. I'm going to move these guys here like this. I'm going to move this one over here like that. And then that will give us those belts. This can come almost straight out. I'll probably move it over by 1. Let's move it over by 1. T, and bring it back. Because it doesn't need to be that far away. I messed that up. Wally, use the shift hold thing. Or at least get in line where you can see it. There, let's replace this then. With number 7 T's there. And you'll go like that. That'll give you what you need. We'll do pipes here. Oh yeah, build pipes. We build pipes here. We build pipes here. You go to there, I guess. You come down and in. Yeah. Can I do... this plus that. F and do... pipes are weird. But do... let's see. That. Or that. Weird. It wants to go too far. Then. Oh, it's fine with that. Okay. It's just weird how it... yeah. Okay, good. It's good. All good. You get the soap powder in here, which is coming out of this spot right here. The soap powder also goes into the cauldron. And then these go into the cauldron. These guys also need in the quicklime powder that we need to make yet. Forgot about that. So why don't we bring... let's bring this down. Like that. This will go into the cauldron. Let's do this over you and you. Somewhere in there. This will go over somewhere in... here? I'm going to move this onto the other side. Although we do need to get fertilizer there. Move this over here somewhere. This is the fungus and wood. I'm going to put that over here somewhere. And do this belt differently. This is the wood belt coming out on the bottom. No, that's the fungus belt coming out on the bottom. Okay, that's good. It's good for me too. Let's do this then this way. And then into there. You'll go there. We'll up and over with the soap powder from over here into there. We still need the rock crushers for the quicklime for this for this, yeah, for this that we need small fonts. We need 3 of them, so we can do a single belt stack thing. But we'll take the let's see, sand 1 belt there. We'll do this, but we'll take it off of from this point minus that T. Yeah, like that. Nope. F that. The day has ended again. Why does that show but show 0? That's kind of weird, right? Okay. And then this goes somewhere. T, and maybe put it this way since that's where the input is, or the coin. And you go into there. Your output is there? Ooh. In that case, let's do something in this line. Is that a good spot? That is a good spot, I think. No, let's go there. I'm gonna move, not move, well, move, not move, not move. 1 belt of stone, which goes into 9 crucibles. Oh, I forgot about the 9 crucibles. Yeah, that doesn't go there then. Move this again. T. Put it back over here. I'm going to put it out there also then. Right in there would be okay, I think. And then this belt can come out and go into the 9 crucibles. Let's do furnaces. Crucibles. Just the regular ones. I'm going to do this. And then grinders, because we need it to be quicklime powder. Do regular grinders, because they're nicely sized. And then this belt can come out and go back behind and get lifted up. Here. There. Here. There. And then these can go here. And the thought here is to bring the fuel into the middle, because it's going to have to go to this too. There. And then these guys all go together to go into here, because it's still 60 a minute. So we'll do this. In. There we go. To this point right here. And we'll just bring them to the center, kind of. Well, off center, but near center. Like that. That should do. And then you go to the cauldron. Some of the soap powder from here goes into the cauldron. I've forgotten what the other thing was now. Salt, right? We need to get a salt grinder in here too someplace. I'm going to move this and that, I think. Maybe even the cauldron as well. Out a bit. Get one more grinder in here, and this will just be a standalone one. Grinding, sorting, and then getting rid of the sand. We need... No, it's going to be 2. 2 of them. Okay, well, let's do something like this then. But this time, Wally, this time, remember... portals. I left the things upstairs. Uh-huh. And I used the portal sigils that were in my pocket. This. Put it right up next to, almost right up next to that. And, I guess I could have put the chamomile stuff way back here and belted it up. That way it was near the fertilizer. It's coming in here anyway. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I could also catapult it up or something too. Oh, but this and then that. That's okay. Okay. Let's do this and that. Did I get everything? Yeah. T this. Give me... Is that enough space for this? I think so. T this down right in here. Yeah, I'll put it right next to that. And then that will be able to belt into there. Okay, this and this. This needs to be adjusted to go that way now. That looks okay. This and this. This needs to be rock salt, Wally. Don't screw this one up again. Here and there. Alrighty. And then this here comes down. Doing this side, I think. That, and like this, and then that goes into a sorter. One of those goes into the cauldron. This could be a good spot to bring the fuel in here, maybe. One of those goes into the cauldron. One of them goes into the, goes elsewhere. So let's do a filter splitter here. Actually, I need 2 cauldrons, don't I? I do. I don't have the bronze for it, though. Alright. Let's do a salt on the top thing here. Did I miss it? There's no real logic to the way that's sorted. Let's do this, and we'll do this, and then we'll take it from there up to the other one. And then these two go into there, so they'll come together to go into this center one here. No, wait, soap also. These two will come down into this side. And the soap, which comes from here, let's bring it over and out. Over and out. You'll come to here, lift up some amount that I'm not sure of right now. How can I get over these pipes, though? I didn't think about that, did I? Nope, I did not. Can I get over the machines? Maybe. Can I get... I could drawbridge over the pipes, though. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 9 here. Let's do maybe this one, that one. Might need to move it over by one more. No, actually. Right there. And right in there. This is just obnoxious enough to work. This can come up and over. How do I want to do this part? Let's do that. And then we'll do this here. Remember, this is going to the cauldron as well. We'll do one of these right in here with a belt. We'll do another one of them right in here with a lift like this and like that. Just obnoxious enough to work. This will come out like this and do the same thing. But this is going all the way into here, which I could... No, I can't sneak it through there. That's where the sand comes out. Let's move this then over here. There. And let's change this to go this way instead. And into there, right? No, that's not going to go in there. Get rid of that. That doesn't go in there. Chamomile, gloom spores, sulfur. Sulfur, chamomile, gloom spores. It doesn't matter then. But this will work. So this one, I'm going to do the same kind of thing here. You. this was soap. So that goes to there. Maybe I'd leave this up. I think I'll leave this up. You'll go to there and then lift up from there. Like that. This one can come back down and then cut through and go into there. Gloom spores are coming from here. You'll come over here and into, please, the correct way. Thank you. There. This will lift down, which I'm not going to hook up yet. But this will lift down like that. I'm going to hook this belt up, but I'm not going to hook it up to the cauldron yet. We have to feed in the cauldron. Is that everything? I have no idea. I think we should probably just hook it up and start it up and see what explodes. We need to get rid of these planks here. All of them. All of them. That needs to get fired not just over there, but also down there. I think we can probably get by with a cannon here, maybe on a stand like this. Maybe. How far can I get that to go? I could probably just land it over here someplace and then fire them in further from there. At the moment, then, I'm just going to do... No, let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do the first part anyway here. Nope. There. How far? How far? How far indeed? Oops, I didn't mean to come down here. I'm gonna pick some spots here. One of the things we were talking about in the chat is, do the cannons have more range when they're falling downward? Nope. Nope, not at all. Because they should, if they are going to run out of room, they're gonna run out of room like right here. Which means that, in fact, I'll have to catch it upstairs first and then bring it down further. Maybe I should leave those there so we can measure that. So, catch it here and fire it again. It's good with that one and that one, but not that one. This is here, so I should be able to measure from this point. And where does that get me? 34. So it does have a little bit more range when you're coming downward. Let's do a bunch of these, and we'll see which one it lands in. This is what you call science here, folks. It'll land in this one, but not that one. So we'll stop here. This, I think, is 38 then. From the front edge of this... No, it's, oh crap, which one was it now? The third one at 39 or 41? 39. So it might be 40 then. Coming down by... They came down by 16, and we gained another maybe 8 blocks. Interesting. Science. These, though, where do I want to inject this at? I think maybe I need to inject it into these lines somewhat evenly. Ahead of these things here. Let's look again at the priority merger. Merger's the priority on the bottom. Oh, I like that. So let's take out this. F. Give me a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. F these as well, and one more of them. And then bring this in and land it, like, basically right here. We happen to be right here right now. Can I get through there to somewhere over here? Too far. Way too close. Well, not too close, but obstacles in the path. At the ceiling above? Yeah. Alright, we'll just have to go to there then. Or somewhere in between yet. we'll just go with that one. And then we can hop it again and land it right here. Right here. And I think I will just do one of these like this. And then take this out like that. Let's see, which one do we go to? That one? Yeah. So you go from here then to that one. And we can take these two out. Alrighty. Not perfect, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. I think we need to get the fuel in here. We need to get the growth potion in here. We have fuel right here. The nearest fertilizer, though, is way, way back here. Let's do that. I should have done the blueprint. Well, maybe. Catapult max distance 2 height. Build. Here. No, it's already going to be a problem. We need to do this and that. Well, not one of those, but one of these. Here. You'll go to that. And then can I get this next one in here? Or is it going to be another problem? Another problem. But not an insurmountable one. I just need to do this like this. Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this off camera. And bring you all in once this is all connected up. And hopefully working. All the potions, all the fuels, and everything but the cauldrons outputting. We'll have everything else coming in. And then we'll see how this plays out in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all then. Bye for now.